Hola guys and girls, and welcome to my GBA team builder for week 11. We are up versus the Kansas City Jirachiefs by coach none other than Jolt. This is of course a rematch, and this is an individual matchup. We faced Jolt before, I think in week 4 or something around week 4, but in that we actually lost, mainly due to some surprising and pretty good prep on Jolt's part, with a lot of Scarfers, triple Scarf actually, and for example a Nature Power Venusaur, which turned into Moonblast and Misty Terrain, and basically so he could hit my Kyurem when I set up on Misty Terrain up. So he had pretty amazing prep in our last match, and that for one surprised me and one just overpowered me in general. That's the big reason why we lost the match. Other history of this match, of course, since we lost last time versus MV, we are now actually tied in record with Joey and one win ahead still of Geo. We are currently ahead of Joey still because both Geo and Joey have like a -2 differential. We are 11 differential. So currently we still have that playoff spot, but these last matches are very important. If I lose too many with them, and in numbers I lose 2 of them, and Geo and Joey win their matches, then I'm actually out of playoffs. So these last 2 weeks are still very deciding for me. It's not deciding for Jolt actually. There is still a mathematical chance that I could theoretically overthrow him at the #1 spot in the division. The only thing that would change is that would end up the 2nd seed, which basically wouldn't change much since 2nd seed is 1st seed, 3rd seed, which would still be Jolt. And if I am ahead of both Geo and Joey, I would at 3rd seed and still face Jolt. So if I win, basically with Jolt, then it doesn't matter if I end up as 1st or 2nd seed, because in both scenarios I will face Jolt in the playoffs. So that's still of course I will aim for overthrowing him, even though it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that we have to win this match to basically stay in the playoff race, because in last week we will actually face Joey. So if Geo wins versus MV, and I don't know who Geo faces in week 12, and he wins that as well, and I lose now and to Joey, then I'm out of playoffs and they are both in. So very deciding time still right here, and yeah, we don't have an easy time facing Jolt of course. So yeah, that's the history of the match. Very important match for our playoff run. And yeah, that's basically the whole history. We lost last time, so we want revenge as well. And yeah, winning is the #1 priority of this match. What stands in the way for that, of course, is his team, which didn't change in comparison to last time, but still very threatening. I will go over that real quick. He got the Seedot, Hydreigon, Arcanine, Mega Venusaur, Seismitoad, Aerodactyl, Rotom, Spook, Gardevoir, Persian Alolan Form, Balloon, and the Durant. The Rotom and the Seedot being his Z-Mons. So I did go more, I won't probably go match in detail what his biggest threats or stuff like that, because nothing changed. My team didn't change, his team didn't change. If you want to know all about what his biggest threats are, what I'm most scared of, then, or more in detail all these information, then you should watch the team builder before that, like from my last match. But in general, Seedot, huge problem. It could be very easily offensive, could be more defensive set. Last time he brought an offensive automized variant, but he could very easily switch it up to a defense variant this time, so I have to prepare for both, and it's a pain to take down. You all know Celestia does Hydreigon. I can very much easily deal with my Tapu Fini, so it's not a big of a problem. The problem begins once my Tapu Fini is gone, because then Hydreigon could be a problem. Then the Mega Venusaur is a pain to take down. Thankfully I have Kyurem Black with terrible, because of course through thick that, so I can take it, hit it a lot with the Ice Beam. Other notable threats of course are the Aerodactyl for one, which of course Edgequake, you know, stuff is pretty speedy. Only my Mega Manectric can outspeed it, so that could be a problem. The Seismitoad is definitely going to be his def. It's only Electric Immunity, and Mega Manectric other than that is a pretty problem for his team. He does have Mega Venusaur as well, which usually does deal with Mega Manectric. But if I just Voltage over him, I get my Kyurem versus him, and basically it's not really a check to me, since I can just get my momentum versus him. And then Gardevoir is kind of a problem. If it's Scarf, if it's not Scarf, I can deal with it, but if it's Scarf, it's annoying, because my Fairy resists are not that great, I want to say, and if Scarf, it outspeeds my whole team, barring Scarfers on my part, and it can just spam Moonblast pretty much for free. Durant is a cheeky threat as well, of course. If it's not Hustle, it's not as big of a threat, but if it has Hustle, it can of course miss. So it's a double-edged sword, bringing Hustle Durant. It has a pretty good speed here versus my team actually. Like, it outspeeds my Cobalion by 1 point, outspeeds my Delphox by a few points. I have only Tornadus, and Manectric can outbeat it. And if he sets some agility, these both basically don't take hits from it. And yeah, then the Breloom, which that isn't really too big of a threat, but with the team I brought, it kind of is, but I kind of took the same approach as last time, as I don't really have a switch into Breloom, but everything on my team deals with Breloom 1v1, so but I don't think it's a big threat. Arcanine, last time we brought a Scarf variant, I will see if he does that again. It was pretty surprising to me, so that's a problem with like this rematch. Usually I would say I have the advantage versus Jolt since he won versus me and I know what he used to win. But because he used such an creative, outlandish, I don't know, strategy to win, it's basically very easy for him to come up with something else. I definitely don't think he will bring Triple Scarf as well. Nature Power Venusaur is very likely being a thing again, but I don't think it will be Triple Scarf once again. And Autonomous Stealer. And Autonomous Stealer could be a thing, but it's definitely not going to be Triple Scarf, so I can't put, like, massively prepare for that. I have to keep an eye on all the other threats he has as well, since he has basically a lot of other strategies he could potentially bring versus me, barring the Triple Scarf, which, of course, the main factor of that is that it catch me off guard. If I would have known that all these monster choice and stuff like that, it would have been a way easier time, or could have predicted that. So the main thing why that strategy worked was the surprise factor, which of course is not happening in the rematch. So I'm definitely thinking he will bring something else. But yeah, that's basically his team. Now going over my team. We got, first off, let's start on the front. We got, of course, Mega Magic. Exact same Mega Magic as last time. Thunderbolt, Roasted Flamethrower, Hidden Power Grass, enough speed to outspeed his Alolan Persian. Oh no, wait, not Aerodactyl. Is it enough speed for Alolan Persian? I think it is. It's actually enough speed. It's enough speed for Alolan Persian, yeah. Damn. Should have brought enough speed for the Aerodactyl, I think. But for that, I would have been timid, because Aerodactyl has 130 speed, of course. But it's only enough speed for Alolan Persian. Now, looking at it, the team is already jammed, so I will tell you in the match if I changed it, actually. So, it is only enough speed for Alolan Persian. I totally forgot he has Aerodactyl, or kind of, at least. So, we will see you. I will talk to you before the match if I change that or not. But either way, basically not the same because it's modest. Thunderbolt, Voltage, Flamethrower, Power Grass, Hidden Power Grass, of course, there for the Scizor. Flamethrower mainly just there for the Durant. I don't really need to click Flamethrower a lot because it doesn't really hit a lot, but it just outcosts the Durant. It outcosts Breloom, which is nice. I don't have Hidden Power Ice, which would deal with Breloom as well. And then I've just Voltage, Thunderbolt, main stab option. Sadly, I don't have enough space for Hidden Power Ice because, yeah, Hidden Power Grass. And I could have Signal Beam for the Hydreigon, which basically walls this variant, but because Hydreigon is, I'm very likely to be a Scarf or at least an offensive variant, I'm not too concerned with that. I can just voltage out this boy and bring in my Fiddy. Next up, we got a new member, which actually didn't brought last time. We got Delphox, the assault vested, Delphox, yeah, Mozilla, the assault vested Delphox with Fire Blast, Psychic, Dazzle Game, Grass Knot, 4 attacks, enough speed for max speed. Gardevoir and the Bolt to take any hit from a Choice Specs Gardevoir. Choice Specs Shadow Ball from Gardevoir does not 2-hit KO me. And another fancy thing which doesn't 2-hit KO me, a Choice Scarf Dark Pulse on my Dragon actually doesn't 2-hit KO me either. And I can outcode that with Dazzling Gleam. And then I have just very nice stab options. Fire Blast, nice for Celesteela, Psychic, nice for Venusaur, Dazzling Gleam for Hydreigon, Grass Knot for the Seismitoad. I sadly didn't have space to fit in the Shadow Ball for the actual, what you call it, Gardevoir, but Fire Blast still does a good amount of that, especially if it's an offensive variant. And the other sad thing is, I don't actually have enough speed for a non-Scarfed Hydreigon, but I think that's a big problem because for one, I very much think he would be a Choice Scarfed Hydreigon. And the other thing, of course, I take the hit. I need the investment to still live any hit from the Gardevoir, Choice Specs Gardevoir is, otherwise it could trick it only with Choice Specs Shadow Ball. But that way, it can't, and I can basically deal with it. With Scarf, I deal with it more easily as well. And yeah, that's been Delphox for you. If he brings once again a special size Autonomous here, that's a very nice switch as well. The best thing he has for it is Hidden Power Ground, which of course will do even less than a Choice Specs Shadow Ball from Gardevoir, and I can basically roast that guy with a Fire Blast. In general, very nice switch into all the special threats. It's not really switched into the Hydreigon. Like I said, I'm not 2-hit KO'd, but I don't want to switch it in too often. It's mainly there for stuff like the Gardevoir and yeah, in general, being a nice revenge killer for some of the slower monsters, because I have the courage to deal with them, big Grass or Dazzling Gleam, Psychic or Fire Blast. If he's a fully special Venusaur, he might be a physical variant with like knockoff EQ or something like that, but if he's fully special, this thing just switches in for free as well, and I can sweat it out of Psychic. So Delphox in general, I'm thinking a very nice matchup in this scenario. Many of you people actually in the comments of last match said I should have brought an Assault as a Delphox last time, and yeah, I'm definitely agreeing now. So, because it's just amazing with him. But yeah, that's Mozilla for you. Next up we got Walnut. This actually is the exact same variant as last time. Surf, Moonblast, Snitch, Madness, Defog. And enough speed for max speed Breloom. And then Fizzy defensive for the rest. Moonblast, main stab, Surf for the Arcanine, and Nature Madness for the Venusaur, which is just the freeze of switching to this thing. And what I'm actually expecting him, I would be surprised if he brings the same strategy as last time, be it with U-turn, Hydreigon into Nature Power Venusaur for my Kyurem. But I actually don't mind that, because if you look at my Kyurem right here, it's a special defense variant, and this investment I'm actually not tweet KO'd by modest Venusaur's Moonblast, which it will turn into Tenacious Terrain, and I can basically tweet KO with Ice Beam on the other hand. If he's a defensive variant, he can't tweet KO me either. I can just roost, stall, and stuff like that. If he doesn't Nature's Power, I can just even get Substitute versus him, and then I basically deal with him with Ice Beam as well, since this is only as 8 PP. But yeah, I actually in the match, I wouldn't be surprised if, like I said, if he just leads Hydreigon, I lead with my Finny, and the same exact thing happens, and then the turn happens where Finny in versus Venusaur, and then I actually think that he would change up strategy, thinking, okay, last, you're not switching in your Kyurem in again, because you know what happened last time. But this time I will actually do the same, so the mind games begin there, if he like wants to click something else to switch in. Stuff like that, but yeah, I don't mind if it ends up being the same turn, he goes for Moonblast, then I'm not too KO'd, and I can just Ice Beam in, Fusion Bolt, Sub, Roost, all of this good stuff. Enough speed for a max speed Gardevoir, so again, do a lot of damage with Fusion Bolt to that, and I think Fusion Bolt is just a very nice coverage overall to its team. The only thing I don't really deal with this spread is like defensive Arcanine, because Mine's attack nature potentially intimidate. Fusion Bolt is not doing too much. Ice Beam, of course, not doing. Ice Beam is of course not doing a lot because of resistance. So the best thing I have to deal with is basically just to stall it out of Morning Suns. But other than that, basically Ice Beam for Hydreigon, Fusion Bolt for Celesteela, which does 2-hit KO offensive Celesteela, and if he's defensive Celesteela, he actually can't 2-hit KO me with neither Flash Cannon nor Heavy Slam. So that is a nice sack as well, so I can just Roost Fusion Bolt, all this good stuff. And Hydreigon, of course, I have Ice Beam for that. Arcanine, like I said, walls me potentially. Then Venusaur, we have Ice Beam. For the Scizor, we have Ice Beam as well, even though it's not doing too much, sadly, because I'm definitely expecting a specially defensive Scizor for my Mega Manectric. So Ice Beam is not doing too much, so Scizor is another problem as potentially as well, but depending on the spread, instead I could just, he doesn't even break my sub with his attacks. Then Aerodactyl, Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, actually both. Rotom, Ice Beam, Gardevoir, Fusion Bolt, Persian Alola, Ice Beam, I guess would do more, Breloom, Ice Beam, Oko, that thing, and then Rand, we have the Fusion Bolt. So basically Bulk coverage, it's just very nice in general, like it's funny. Like this set is basically the exact I brought last time, just the spread is different. Ice Beam, Fusion Bolt, Substitute Roost, and then like kind of Spadef. This time it's less Spadef and more speedy than versus MV, but it's basically the same Kyurem. It's pretty funny then once I saw that, but yeah. That's Jeff for you. Next up we got Mr. Bro, which is kind of the same set as last time as well. Enough speed for max speed Durant. It has Tailwind still, it has Prankster still. Last time it had the safety goggles for Spore Breloom, Sleep Powder Venusaur, all this good stuff. But this time I actually have the extra belt with Hurricane, Heat Wave, and Hidden Power Ice. I think last time I had there the Icy Wind. I'm actually not sure. I think I had Icy Wind there. But yeah. This time I have extra belt because I don't think I need really safety goggles with my Mr. Terrain. I don't really think Spore or Sea Powder is a good idea. So I just have this basically to get Tailwind up and to either get Tailwind for my team or just to speed himself, because Hurricane, Heatwave, Hidden Power Ice hits his team very nicely. Hurricane, basically the only thing to resist that is the Celesteela, for which I have a Heatwave, and the Aerodactyl, for which I have Hidden Power Ice, and the rest just doesn't like taking Hurricanes. In general, Hidden Power Ice is of course nice for the for the Hydreigon. I could add Superpower, but I think Hidden Power Ice in general better to hit the Aerodactyl, which resists both Hurricane and Heat Wave. And if Hidden Power Ice, I have like kind of the middle ground. It doesn't Oko a Hydreigon, but it does the job versus Aerodactyl, which I think is a bigger threat, seeing that I have Finny and my Delphox kind of, which deals with the Hydreigon, but both. I mean, Finny deals with Aerodactyl, but my Delphox definitely doesn't deal with the Aerodactyl. But yeah, this is the job of Tornadus. Basically, sweep his team with Tailwind, or if he's very low, just get Tailwind up for something else on my team to sweep for his team. And then last but not least, we got our Cabra, the Cobalion, which is a Choice Scarf variant this time. This is just a failsafe. If it turns up with triple Scarfs again, this thing outspeeds all his Scarfers because it's just so fast with the Scarf. The only thing it can potentially outspeed is like a Choice Scarf Durant, a Choice Scarf Aerodactyl, or a Choice Scarf a Choice Scarf Alolan Persian. I don't think Choice Scarf Aerodactyl is a thing. Choice Scarf Persian Alola I don't see as well. Choice Scarf Durant might bring, but it has such a nice speed versus my team already. And switching up moves is definitely what you want versus my team, because if you lock 7 to Iron Head, I switch it into my Mega Manectric, into my Cabra. If you lock 7 to Excelsior, I have still my Cabra, I still have Mr. Bro. If you lock 7 into Superpower, I have my Finny, I have my Mozilla, and so Scarf could be a good revenge killer, but I think a non-choice variant is in general more threatening with like Agility or something like that. But either way, close combat, Iron Head, Volt Switch. Just double stab, very nice with his team. I Oko Hydreigon with close combat. I do, have a chance to Oko Aerodactyl with Iron Head. I do a lot to the Arcanine with close combat. Celesteela, of course, if it's defensive, it walls me. I just have to switch out those things. Same with Mega Venusaur, it will wall me as well. But if the game goes as similar to last time, Venusaur will not be long on the field, and then I can just spam close combat or Iron Head versus this thing. And yeah, Rotom walls me completely, but I'm not seeing Rotom coming. I just have to wall switch out of that thing. And that's rocks just because of rocks. Skylo, of course, with Iron Head. Push low like close combat, Brilliant close combat, and Durant close combat. So this is just to basically to surprise him as well, to turn the tables around and surprise him with a surprise Scarf. Again, I rocks most likely early, then switching out, making him think that I'm not Scarf, because Scarf rocks is, I mean, it's a thing, I brought it a lot actually in the season, but it is more an inclination that it's not Scarf, and then I can catch him off guard. Oh, potentially, like, he brings in Hydreigon with a Fire Blast me, I outcome with close combat. He brings Aerodactyl with me to kill me with Earthquake, I outcome with Iron Head. Something like that. But yeah, that's basically combining for you. That is the full team. Let me know in the comments what you think about the team. Like I said, in the match, I will tell you if I change that, because Aerodactyl is kind of a big threat, so I will see if I change that or not. But either way, that is all from me. I will see you another time. Let me know what the MVP is. I forgot that question. Definitely hit up Jolt. He uploads Teambuilder as well, so you'll find that on his channel. But yeah, that's all from me. I will see you tomorrow for the match. Borussia Donphan have to win this if we want to have a chance for playoff. Actually not. If we will lose this, we just have to win this joy. But we have to win. So if we win both, we are guaranteed in. If we win only one of the two, we are very likely in. So either way, these two last weeks are the deciding weeks for our playoff run. So it's crunch time. I'm stealing that phrase from you, Tom. I'm sorry, you're not getting money from me. I will hear from your lawyers. I'm expecting that. But that's all from me. I will see you another time. Ciao.